Hello, dear. My name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, Lyndon Toba. My name is Finan Korishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I really get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible informations of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Finan Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like with no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top stories in our country and the world.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you. We had some slight technical problems. Of course, this morning I'm excited to be back here and to bring to you information relating to our country, Liberia, and the world at large, only on Focal Online TV and this platform called the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. Kanneh, you can stay with me as I bring to you these headlines. Let's take a short break while I bring to you our headlines for today from our news sources.
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible informations of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Finan Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like with no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition.
Okay, folks, welcome back. Welcome back to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. Our news broadcast for today is centered around the Daily Observer newspaper, the Front Page Africa newspaper, the New Down newspaper. Wrapping up, we'll be closing with our international news, and our source for today is ABs. So, Daily Observer newspaper says, Kuhn questioned the purchase of LWSC trucks. Kuhn questioned the purchase of LWSC trucks. This is from the Daily Observer newspaper. Another top headline reads, about US 3 million made from planes unaccounted for at FDA. About US 3 million made from planes unaccounted for at FDA. What is happening in our country, Liberia? New Dawn newspaper attached importance to rescuing Liberia, Archbishop Jala tells Boaka. Attached importance to rescuing Liberia, Archbishop Jala tells President Joseph Yuma Boaka. Still on the New Dawn newspaper, Jetty feeds 4,000 on his birthday. Jetty feeds 4,000 on his birthday. What an interesting story. Front Page Africa newspaper says Liberia's health budget boosted by US 9 million, Speaker Kofa announced. Liberia's health budget boosted by US 9 million, Speaker Kofa announced. This is interesting for us, so please stick and stay with us here on Focal Online TV. United Methodist Church in Liberia takes firm stand against false teachings and calls for unity. United Methodist Church in Liberia takes firm stand against false teachings and calls for unity. This is how we close up on our news headlines for today. Kindly stay with me as we take this short break to bring to you our news presentation. Don't forget, my name is Bekwina Korishpar, and I will be right back shortly to fill you in on our news headlines. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, folks, welcome back. Daily Observer newspaper Kuhn questioned the purchase of 5 LWSC trucks. Kuhn questioned the purchase of 5 LWSC trucks. The Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Pankun, has questioned the then CDC-led government's unrealistic amount in the procurement process of securing 5 new water and sewage trucks for the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation (LWSC). VP Kuhn on Thursday at the dedication ceremony of the LWSC 5 water trucks said the price of the previous administration to procure the 5 water trucks were unrealistic. If these trucks were Mercedes trucks from Europe and somebody tells me US 160,000, then I could agree. But not a Chinese truck which costs around US 60,000, then someone is saying that they spend US 218,750, which I am not doubting the amount, but this can only happen in government. VP Kuhn said. According to him, coming from a business background and being someone who has been involved with purchasing these trucks and seeing the prices of US 218,750, yes, this is the because this cannot happen in any private business area. I have purchased some of these trucks before as a businessman, and they came fully equipped with US 75,000 and delivered to my house. Again, maybe the one for water is different, but this is unrealistic. VP Kuhn further said he is one of those who believes that the LWSC and the LEC in Liberia will never reach the common people unless the distribution function is given to private businesses. He believes that privatizing the distribution components of LWSC and LEC will breach the daunting challenges currently faced by two entities. He opined that unless this is done, the provision of safe drinking water and affordable electricity as investigated by the government will never reach the ordinary Liberians. In his proposal, which he noted is being reviewed by lawyers, the LWSC and the LEC should only be limited to the generation and transmission of water and power, respectively. He furthered that the distribution aspect of these entities should be given to private owned companies to manage. According to Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn, the privatization of such components of state owned enterprises would address the challenge of huge indebtedness to these SOEs by some members of the Republic. About US 3 million accounted for at FDA. About US 3 million made from plants unaccounted for at FDA. Titus Bua was very excited about his new assignment as the supervisor for checkpoint in Big Town, Grand Bassa County. It was a booster, bigger and more beneficial assignment for a checkpoint contractor with the Forestry Development Authority (FDA). But Big Town was unlike his previous assignment. In Saclepie and Sanibwele, Nimba, Benifana, Bon County, and Zweju, Benjide, he sent fees he collected from plant dealers to a mobile money number assigned to the FDA. Now he had to report to the FDA and Benjamin Plinwon III, then Deputy Managing Director for Administration DMDA. The DMDA himself called him. The DMDA himself, Sari, called me to report the money. He gave me 7 different numbers I used to send the money on Boise. I was required to produce LRD 50,000 from the first of the 15th of every month and another 50,000 LRD from the 16th to the end of the month, were added without providing any evidence. In the last 6 years, Bua and other checkpoint contractors collected an estimated US 2.95 million, according to records of the Liberia Chainsaw and Timber Dealers Union, LICSADUN. The record shows that the amount was collected from 5 of the dozen of checkpoints countrywide and did not include a US 120 plant businesses paid. But there is no known rates or trace of how the FDA used the money, not in reports by the Liberia Revenue Authority (LRA), which collects the government revenue, or the Liberia Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, which publishes more public money payments. The last administration of the FDA reported US 2,500 and LRD 7 million from chainsaw milling for 2023. According to sources familiar with that report, that is a wide gap from US 464,325 chainsaw milling generated last year based on Lacastone's record. Managing Director of the FDA, Rudolph Marburg, did not respond to questions for comments nearly a month later. Somehow embarrassing, the lack of accountability and transparency in the use of funds brothers Lacton, which has 250 registered members across the country. The union has exerted efforts in the last 6 years to formalize chainsaw milling, which contributes between US 1.4 and US 1.9 million annually to the government, according to the 2017 report. Though largely unregulated, chainsaw milling is sole timber supplier in local markets. The report found the subsector values between US 30 million and US 41 million. In 2019, the LRA opened a sub-office at FDA headquarters in Pittsville and started to collect US 0.6 on every plane transported. However, the next year, the tax agency closed facility after it became too costly to maintain. According to Kanneh the LRA's managing director for communication, media, and public affairs, Semwe said the facility rarely collects any taxes. New Dawn newspaper attached importance to rescuing Liberia. Archbishop Jala told President Joseph Boakai. Attached importance to rescuing Liberia, said Archbishop Jala. Barely a month ago, after the World Bank's latest report on poverty in Liberia, Archbishop Dr. Ola W.B. Jala is cautioning President Joseph Boakai to take the report seriously and help rescue the nation and its people from poverty. Last month, the World Bank said in its assessment report that more than 1 million Liberians live extremely poverty and 2.5 million live in abject poverty. Archbishop Jala urges the government of Liberia to attach importance to the 2023 World Bank report if poverty must be reduced in Liberia. If President Bouakai's government must succeed, they should swiftly adhere to the World Bank 2023 reports by addressing poverty as key fundamentals to growing and developing the country, he stresses. Archbishop Dr. Ola W.B. Jala, the presiding general overseer of the Liberia Annual Conference of Grace Outreach Ministry, told the New Dawn that extreme poverty results from a nation's inability to feed its citizens. He indicates a nation that can feed its people lacks the willpower to improve their living conditions, noting that the crisis here is a result of low salaries and wages given to ordinary people, especially those in the public and private sector. He wrote President Bouakai to swiftly address poverty and boost economic growth, saying that Liberia needs to get involved in exporting goods and services made in Liberia to the world market. Addressing a news conference recently in Monrovia, Archbishop Jala attributed economic barriers to a lack of price control and high financial requirements placed on goods and services at the National Port Authority (NPA) and other government institutions, which have caused untold poverty. He urges the government to focus on the agriculture sector, stressing if the government is serious about reducing poverty and bringing about economic growth and development to the nation, the poor implementation of country agricultural and production activity must be a major focus. Jetty feeds 4,000 on his birthday. Mr. Jetty performed the feeding exercise at the Monrovia Central Prison or South Beach in Central Monrovia and other locations in the capital where he usually feeds disadvantaged youth. Indian businessman and philanthropist Mr. Abjet Sinal Shadiva, commonly called Mr. Jetty, celebrated his birthday in a unique way this year by feeding over 2,176 inmates. Mr. Jetty performed the feeding exercise at the Monrovia Central Prison or South Beach in Central Monrovia and other locations in capital where he usually feeds disadvantaged youth. Mr. Jetty provided hot meals to those in need and also revealed his desire to rehabilitate disadvantaged youth and make a positive impact on Liberian society. At the Monrovia Central Prison, Jetty fed 1,476 inmates with hot bean soup and rice, including the provision of several plates soft drinks, sachets of water, and cake, among others, while over 700 unprivileged youth were also fed with the same hot meals. In remarks, Mr. Jetty expressed his passion for helping those in need and his commitment to making a difference in the lives of disadvantaged youth and inmates. He emphasized the importance of providing support and resources to help these individuals overcome their challenges and achieve their full potential. This is how we move quickly to the front page Africa. But before bringing to you the news presentation from the front page Africa, we will take a short break and we will be right back shortly. Please stay with me as I will be right back shortly.
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible informations of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, Lyndon Topa. My name is Greg Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top.
Front page African newspaper. Liberia's health budget boosted by US 9 million, Speaker Kofa announces. Liberia health budget boosted by US 9 million, Speaker Kofa announces to the Liberian people. House Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fonanti Kofa announced that the following close consultation with President Joseph Yuma Boaka, an additional US 9 million has been allocated for the Ministry of Health. The total budget for the ministry in the current draft national budget stands at 57,871,358 United States dollars. That is US 57,871. US 57,871,358 with the addition of US 9 million. The total health budget will now be 66,871,358. Speaker Kofa made the announcement while delivering his keynote address at the official launch of the first ever World Health Organization pre-qualified malaria vaccine and the 2024 mass insecticide treated bed net distribution campaign in Bilia Town River says on Thursday, April 25th, 2024. The Grand Prix County Electoral District Number 2 representative stressed that due to the excellent work of the Health Minister, Dr. Louis M. Poto, he and Senate Pro Tempore Yombli Kanga Lawrence sat with President Bouaka, finalizing the additional revenue for the ministry. The minister is an excellent politician. The pro temp and I sat with the president yesterday, Wednesday, April 24, 2024, and our budget committee has done an excellent job in identifying additional revenue. So, Madam Minister, I am sure the president will inform you that through negotiation yesterday between me and the potent with him, we will fund an additional $9 million for you, Speaker Kofa averred. The Speaker of the 55th National Legislature stressed that the national government, especially the House of Representatives, remains committed to standing with and supporting the Ministry of Health to help manage and improve the nation's health sector. He further emphasized the need for the government to reach a point where seeking advanced medical treatment abroad is not considered a better option, while ordinary citizens who cannot afford international flights suffer. Let's fix it. Only 1% of our people can afford to do that. I am not allowed to go abroad for medical care not because I cannot afford it, but because my wife works at JFK and she will not allow me to. So I try to seek all my medical attention at JFK, he indicated. According to him, if all government health facilities are strengthened across the country, they will provide equal health care for all citizens, irrespective of their status or background. Adding the service delivery will not be based on what an individual has or what he or she can afford, but what the government is providing for its citizens. United Methodist Church in Liberia takes firm stand against false teaching and calls for unity. United Methodist Church in Liberia takes firm stand against false teaching and calls for unity. The United Methodist Church (UMC) in Liberia has issued a stern warning against what is termed as false teachings and has called upon its faithful members to distance themselves from individuals who propagate lies about the church. In a press release issued by the church, it was emphasized that true members of the UMC should not align themselves with those who seek to undermine the church teaching and integrity. The press release specifically mentioned individuals such as Reverend Jerry P. Kulak, accusing them of spreading false information and making derogatory statements about UMC. The church has condemned such behavior and reaffirmed its commitment to the United Methodist Church and its values. One of the key points highlighted in the press release was the church stance on the issue of marriage, defining it as a union between a man and a woman in accordance with the Holy Scripture. UMC Book of Discipline, the Liberia Annual Conference Resolution, and the College of Bishops of Africa. Moreover, the Church expressed its disapproval of any attempt to characterize the UMC as a homosexual denomination and called on all faithful members to reject such false claims. The press release also addressed the issue of disaffiliation, particularly mentioning the Global Methodist Church. The church urged those advocating for disaffiliation to leave the UMC immediately to refrain from representing the Liberia Annual Conference at the UM General Conference in North Carolina, USA. Furthermore, the church called for the resignation of leaders who are serving in key positions within the UMC but are undermining its unity and mission. It emphasized the importance of open and respectful dialogue within the church and urged all members and leaders to approach discussion at the General Conference with wisdom, humility, and spirit of unity. In a bold move, the church called for an investigation into the allegation against Reverend Jerry Kula, stating that a formal complaint has been sent to the Bishop Samuel Jerome Kure Jr., the Bishop of the Liberia area of the United Methodist Church. The church expressed its commitment to protecting the integrity and dignity and called upon Bishop Kura Jr. to remain vigilant to upholding the church and teachings of the United Methodist Church. The press release concluded with a strong reaffirmation of the church commitment to the United Methodist Church and its values. Thanks to all of you for joining us this morning, folks. This is how we wrap things up. But before leaving you, the Andy Bobla Jala Foundation is coming up with the Kids Engagement Program, Kids Reading Engagement Program. And our age range from 6 to 12 years. We will be going to the various schools within district number 13. Sorry, district number 13. So we're going to be in the district visiting the various schools talking about how we can be able to improve the reading skills of kids within our district and within our country, Liberia. So we encourage you to kind of give us your full support. If you are a school proprietor or proprietress and you are watching me live, I want you to kind of give us your full support. Those of you who sign up for the Kids Engagement Program to participate, to volunteer, subsequently, we're going to call you in due time. So thanks for joining us today. This is how I say I love you and I appreciate you being with me every Monday to Friday on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. I will be back by God's willing on Monday and I will be bringing you some interesting top stories. Don't forget to always tune in and listen and watch the Focal Online TV because Focal Online TV is where we bring innovation to broadcasting. My name is Gretchen Courage Part. This is how I say happy weekend. Enjoy yourself and don't forget to stay peaceful. I love you and I will be back on Monday by God's will.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck out TV.